Okay, so I am back, full throttle, I think. Anyways, it's been a long week, and it's only Wednesday, so that's insane. Sifu David Ackrish, Black Dragon, let's see if I can get this right, Modern Combat, where tradition becomes evolution with modernized strategies and tactics for civilian close quarter combat and rapid conflict resolution. There you go, I memorized it. Anyways, doing a little catching up, and then we'll get into key principles, actually 6 part 2, and number 7, and number 8, which has to do with rhythm and broken rhythm. And so, first I just want to say that I've been having a really great time doing this. Whatever comes out of this, it's exciting for me to unleash the dragon, and for me to just go over so much of what I want to get out of my system and bring forward to the world. And it's just great. It's great having some subscribers. I love you all, and I want to hear from you. I want you to send me videos, upload them, do a video. Don't be shy. If I can do it, you can do it. And just let me know what you're doing. Show me a content, does anything. I don't care. Whatever. No judgment here. Well, maybe a little. Anyways, okay, I joke a lot. One of the things I want to talk about is I forgot to mention a show on my list here, so I don't forget. And I have a light, so I can actually do these videos at night. So anyways, high tech. So a show that I was mentioning in the last video, number 6, Grappling, and I never brought it up. It was called Into the Badlands. So super cool. I think it's on Netflix, and my wife and I are watching it. She's going to help me pretty soon, so she's not a figment of my imagination, seriously. And so anyways, we're loving the show, and one of the cool things about it is, oh my goodness, they're showing Charlie fight. Super cool, and Chong is in there, and a lot of Japanese incredible sword work. That's just love the show, and super enjoying it. So I didn't even know about it. I mean, I'm so busy. We're so busy. You have no idea. But we do try to take time to watch something cool and enjoy ourselves, and see something that's worth watching. So season 1 that we just finished was super, super cool. My hat's off to, every once in a while you get to see something that's worth watching. There's so much garbage. So speaking of garbage, I'm super honest. I don't like ranking, but then I like ranting. But I think maybe they go together. And I personally, it's just my opinion. It's just me, little me. I want to see what's out there because I'm still looking and seeing what's going on on YouTube. And I laugh because I'm so busy that over the last 20 years I just barely looked at anything. And I went to see what was happening with the Mook Jong, because this is what I'm doing, and it's a huge passion and belief, duh. And that's my wife, actually. And so, oh, she's feeding the dogs. And so I was thinking just what people are teaching, what's going on, and boy, I probably went through 11 different quote-unquote teachers, and I just didn't like any of it. And then I came across one that I really liked, actually the teaching of it. And then what disappointed me was the application was it was just goofy. It's there's a reality on how, and this goes against what I believe in, but I'm going to say it, of just how things happen, and how unpredictable things happen, and how two things: how humans move, kind of move around, and how the laws of physics happen. And if you think someone's going to stand there and you're going to be able to put pressure, and people are nuts. I had the nuttiest job in the world for a long time, okay? And next to, I would say, police work, or maybe some other type of security work or that, where you're coming across all kinds of just everything. I was a paramedic, and I would say 30 to 40%, maybe even more, of the calls were psych calls, and people are nuts, and you don't know how they're going to predict. Okay, nuts. It's not. I don't mean that in a derogatory way, but they act nutty, and things are unpredictable. That's a better way to put it. And you just don't know what's going to happen, and you got to keep your wits about you. It's right. I've used a lot of this. It's just to protect myself and to protect the patient, and protect the people around us. And you just become aware. It's just real. It's the street. It's the people. So everybody talks about street fighting. Well, street paramedic it's an intense job, and so I don't do that anymore. But I did for a very long time, and so my point of it is the way you don't know what's going to happen. A, B, people don't. You can show somebody that's going to go along with you, and a lot of people complain and bitch, and I'm with them, is that, oh, let's do this, and let me do this, and I'm going to do this. I'm like, oh my goodness gracious. We all know that's not going to happen. And so, maybe all of us don't, but it looks cool. Maybe it gets clicks. Oh, this is the greatest video. You showed me so much. Because we want to believe that's going to happen, but it doesn't. And then I started thinking about two things, which is crazy, because now I'm really involved in Wing Chun, which I wasn't going to be in. I'm full in. And the two things that have been bugging me is one, Tan Sao and Mbong Sao, and how it's being portrayed and being taught. And I started thinking about it, and I realized in my subconscious what was happening is those two ideas, concepts, wazas, whatever you want to call it, techniques, I don't like any of those words, but they're being crossed. And what's happening in one is happening in the other, and vice versa. And I was thinking maybe I better do something on, my opinion on that, and what I think, how they work. And I've done so much of this with one of my friends. I bring up one of my two favorite Sifus. We spent years doing what I call combat chi sao, and it wasn't what you see on so much pity patty stuff. It was pretty wicked, and it was very much non-classical, I guess you could say, or it was very classically good. And so he was a hard teacher. He was a great teacher. There's very few of them, and I loved spending time with him. And he was hardcore, but he crescendoed things. He brought it up in perfect increments because he cared about me. We were friends, and to bring me up to a higher level, and so in pieces. So I wasn't getting too hurt, but it wasn't too wimpy where it's like that isn't how it works. And so I learned so much about that. And, So anyways, to move forward. Let me see if I can read. Okay, so what I'm going to do tonight is part 6 again, but part 2, key principle number 6, part 2. Because I realized there's a couple things I want to go over that was just more, I just want to. So I'm going to add to it. And then we're going to go over 7 and 8. And then I have a big question. Have you done your 1,000 strikes tonight? So, anyways. Or have you done your 100? Anyways, I think that's what's been on my mind. Let's get into this. So I'm going to train on a square Mook Jong. Oh my goodness. So this thing is it's priceless. And I've had it around for about 30 years. And I've hit other Mook Jongs in other schools. But someone made this for me if you're new. And you're like, what the heck is that thing? And it's pretty awesome because it's different than the round. And there's many different types of Mook Jongs. People don't know that. So this is its own. But the square and flat is really nice for a lot of strikes that are flat like that, and an open hand. So it's nice as a counter to right next door here of the Wing Chun dummy, which is round, of course, round. And so then I started thinking about something else. I'll talk to you about that later. That I'm just about innovative and moving and doing things that nobody else does, and thinking about things like how much further can we go, how much can we get out of what we're doing here, and training, and so expanding our minds. And that's why I call it the evolutions, moving forward. I believe that show that I was talking about was the evolution of choreography and martial arts, being all these different types that they're showing us. It's kind of cool. So anyways, so what we went over, and if you haven't seen it, look at grappling, or number 6, key principle, Mook Jong, and then, which is more of the mechanics of I talk about, and they're in different parts. And it's nice having that light. And so, but now, if you've gone over that a little bit, some ideas is actually combining them together. And so I'm moving, one of them is to, well, let's do just one. So here's the inside, an inside grapple. Okay, inside, because I'm moving inside to my center line. If this one is an outside grapple. There's really kind of two, you do them different ways, but there's outside and there's inside. So if I go outside, those are just one grapples. And I can go straight on, I can pull away, or even pushing in where the energy, see, nobody does this, is going inwards. Is I'm grappling, but I'm going inwards, okay, towards the opponent. But this more is about combining grapples. And don't worry about the application in a sense. Like, are you grabbing one arm or two arms or whatever, the ear, the head, it doesn't matter. All you're doing here is I'm moving with either two, and I'm going outside, inside, and here I'm going away, or I'm going to go inside, outside. And sometimes it's not a full grapple, it's kind of, to me, I'm setting up, or not setting up, but it's kind of a slide or sticky or a knockdown, whatever. Or you can do the full grapple and then the full grapple. But sometimes when I'm doing this, I'm doing 3, I might not even grab. I'm sliding through. So I'm sliding through, or I'm grappling. So here's one where it's not a full inside grapple, but here's an outside grapple. Okay, so I'm 1, 2. And another thing to think about is where I'm grabbing on the arm. So this is a really long arm with this one. So it could be closer inside, closer outside. And then maybe I even want to go here. So I'm hitting different targets. And I'm hitting, and I'm doing it in different times, or intervals, that's not right, but 1 or 2, or 1, 2, 3, or just 1. And then I'm deciding, am I going in or out, down, up? It's kind of in our video, but right now, all I'm thinking about is, am I doing 1, 2, 3? I'm trying to get 3 grapples in. Am I going to grab the whole time? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Maybe I don't grapple on the first one, I grapple on the second one, and I grapple on the third one. So I don't like going, it's easy to go fast on this because you get excited, but it's better for me to go slow. And so you go, oh, it's not, going past the video too fast. So I don't mean I'm fast, but I mean just like, what is he talking about? 1, 2, so out, inside, outside, inside, inside, outside, outside, inside, outside, inside, outside. And then you can go different levels, or to the other arm. Okay, doesn't matter. 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. So this was inside, this is outside. Be careful coming through here, grabbing, and then this is inside, towards my center line on the bottom. Okay, so I just wanted, you can do these under, over, under, weird stuff like that. I like weird. All those are underneath. Grappling underneath. Under, so under, under, under. Okay, so there's enough of that. So that's part 2 of grappling key principle. Okay, so the next one is rhythm, and it's sort of, number 2 is about rhythm, doing a rhythm, which I got a lot of slack for, but slack, whatever. Not really slack, but flack, but I really don't care, because I like what I do, and I think it's something very important. Now, with this Mook Jong, I actually will do weapon training. So I've never seen anybody do weapon training, probably because the Mook Jongs are expensive, but you can get one of those cheaper, less expensive, really, money ones, and I think that might be okay, that I was talking about using weapons, the ones that you can hang up, put on a pole or around a bag or something. So that might be okay, and you feel comfortable doing some weapon training on it, maybe not. And Oh, the grappling would be great for that too. So one of those Mook Jong. So it's even this is light. I can really move it around, and it's really a big difference when you're actually striking something that's heavy and doesn't give much. And so it's nice having the variable between the two, I must say. And I have a whole bunch of other equipment that some's light, some's really heavy. It's just nice having different things. And changes up who you are, how you feel, how things move. Okay, so rhythm. So this is number 7. Is just like a drummer going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So I'm in the same rhythm, which is fine. Even rhythm. Even rhythms. I'm really not doing much here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then you go, well, maybe breaking up that rhythm a little bit, where I'm going 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So I'm changing rhythm, changing timing. You could say, if it's, think of it like music, there's a rest. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So there's a pause between 1, pause, rest, 2, 3, or 1, 2, rest, 3. 1, 2, rest, 3. 1, 2, rest, 3. 1, 2, rest, 3. So I do this a lot, and I like breaking up timing, and I'm going to do it empty-handed, so I'm putting these nice way. So 1, 2, 3. It's almost, it's easier in some ways with the weapons, and it's a little bit harder to kind of understand, but when you do hands, you're going, well, maybe I go here, and then pull, and then strike. So there's a pause between that. Or 1, 2, 1, and then a double strike. 1, 2, 1, double strike. So it changes up neural pathways. So I'm all about that, to mixing things up. And that's actually number 8. This is going to be a lot of time on this. It's more of, again, a lot of these principles are mental concepts. So if you're doing something and you're always doing it in even terms or even timing, maybe break it up. Break it 1, 2, 3. Whoa, what was that? It's like, I did something, maybe there's something that happens, then I do something else. So I'm leaving a moment in between. And it's also messing up somebody who thinks they can time what you're doing. Just going to throw timing off. But there's different reasons to do this, and I was going to ask, if you want, tell me what you think may be the benefit of 1, 2, and then a 3. 1, 2, okay, so 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 1. Okay? So what benefits that might have of breaking up that timing, and also going back to number 7, just training in an even terms, even time. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5. Even timing, and 1, 2, 1, 2, 4, 5. And then odd timing. So changing those timings up. So, like I said, if you're new, you're not, doesn't matter. A lot of these ideas or principles, it's not just for the Mook Jong, but it's just general combat, close quarter combat ideas of changing things up a little bit, changing up the timing or not, keeping it even, working both. So these are hard things to do. It's hard to break it up. It's something that you have to maybe think about, not think about, and then apply it to your body. So anyways, I think that's it. I know it's recording now because I can see the numbers. I did this whole recording earlier, and I must have hit pause or something, so that was really fun. But anyways, I super appreciate everyone. If you have any questions, you want to see something, let me know. Let me know what you're thinking about these principles. Number 9, I was going to look it up because I still don't remember what number 9 is coming up here, but there's a lot more. And is that it? I know there was something else I would start bringing up, but I'm just going to drop that. It was about the about watching the different people working on the Mook Jong. I'll talk about that later. So anyways, that's it. Have a really nice evening, and I think it's September 4th, 2024. I'm pretty sure that's the date. So take care of yourselves and train hard, be nice, but don't be too nice if you don't have to be. Take care, stand up for yourselves. Stand up for what you believe in. And just be good people and nurture the earth. And I'm not trying to get weird, but pet your dogs every once in a while. All right, take care. Bye-bye.